Well, over the past 2 weeks, we've introduced you to 2 of the 3 finalists for the Louisiana Farm Bureau's Young Farmers and Ranchers Achievement Award. On July 7th, the Louisiana Farm Bureau will choose its top young farmer at its 89th annual convention in New Orleans. AJ Sabine now joins us with the 3rd and final installment of these profiles. And AJ, this week we're going up to cattle country.
Mike, that's exactly right. And cattle may be what drives Crystal and Marty Wooldridge's ranch near Shreveport, but it's their love of agriculture that has beefed up their cow-calf operation.
Marty Wooldridge backs in a little breakfast for his 500-head cow-calf operation in Caddo Parish. It's hay season, so Marty and his new bride Crystal move quickly to load up and ship out more than 30 round bales of spring hay. Working the land and managing livestock has become second nature to Marty and Crystal, but explaining the import of agriculture to non-farmers isn't as easy as offloading this hay.
So many people take our industry, our community for granted. They don't give any thought to where it comes from, how it's produced, what goes into it. You know, young producers, old producers, whoever's producing, we're under a heck of a strain. At times, the profits can be good, but much of the time it's a huge debt load and long hours and a lot of worry.
I had no idea, like most of our population, where our food comes from. It's really been an eye-opening experience, and I like to take back what I learn to the people that I work with that also don't have a clue on what goes on in the agriculture community.
Over the past 20 months, Crystal has had quite the learning curve. A finance major, she'd never been on a ranch before she married Marty 2 years ago. Today, even her parents have noticed a change.
My dad was just in, and he was watching us bale hay on Saturday. He kind of drove by and he goes, "It's so funny to hear you talk about the tractor and hooking up the hay rake and loading the hay trailer and hauling the hay." And it took a little while, but I like to think of myself as a fast learner.
The Wooldridges have improved their operation since Marty acquired his first Brahma heifer at age 5. The couple have a custom hay baling and a freezer beef business. However, growing the operation has had its challenges.
It's that first few years of farming on your own or ranching on your own where you build your name for yourself and start to do things on your own and establish your credit, establish your reputation. And you know, we've made huge strides of our production levels, our genetic base. And don't get me wrong, we've turned around. I've gone through a family divorce that was a big setback here for us. Well, and prior to Crystal, but big setback, something I still deal with on a daily basis. An interstate project, I-49, liked to have shut me down at one time, but we worked around it and evolved and kept moving on.
Moving the Farm Bureau forward has inspired Marty and Crystal. Marty serves as state YF&R chair and as president of Caddo Parish Farm Bureau. Both serve on their parish 4-H board.
Some of our best friends we met through Young Farmers and Ranchers, but you're closer with those people because they understand you, they know what you go through on a daily basis.
I tell a lot of people I was 23 years old before I ever heard of Young Farmers and Ranchers. Nobody told me about it. But I've got a whole set of kids that have come up through grade school and now through high school, because I guess it's something I've been working on 6 or 7 years through ice cream socials and their local parish fair and so on and so forth. We're Farm Bureau, we're Young Farmers and Ranchers. Let us help you, and hopefully they'll remember that down the road.
Crystal and Marty Wooldridge share a passion for agriculture that feed more than livestock, but the soul.
Now, the winner of the YF&R Achievement Award gets a $35,000 credit toward the purchase of the GM vehicle of their choice. And Mike, a little known fact about Crystal and Marty Wooldridge's operation: 2 films were shot there, including W with Josh Brolin and The Great Debaters with Denzel Washington.
And AJ, a very impressive list of finalists for this year's YF&R Achievement Award. In addition to Marty and Crystal Wooldridge, the other 2 top finalists are Bobby and Melissa Morris of West Baton Rouge and Monty and Dawn Rosinski of Lafayette Parish. The Louisiana Farm Bureau will announce the winner at its 89th annual convention in New Orleans. That will be held July 7th through the 10th. To find out more about the upcoming convention, you can visit our website at twilatv.org. Still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, we'll show you how you can connect with the people who grow your food every week. Stay with us.